Bye. That's it, sold it. Let's go home. Now the question whenever we go anywhere is there a charger? Is there a charger? So yes, there's a charger in the front, but the boys have just realised that in the back, they've both got their own 12-volt charging point next to their seat. Now, let's not talk about the fact that I can't open the boot, so everything is in there. Close that and it's gone.
Are we still playing the yes and no game?
Well, you keep asking the same questions.
You said yes.
Anyone see the same?
No.
Oh yeah, I can.
Can you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, she's taking a picture.
Why are you filming the car?
Look at this. This is Colywn Bay. Absolutely beautiful it is. So we've come on a road trip today. We sold the Volvo and we've come up here in the Mercedes. Look how beautiful Colywn Bay is. It's absolutely stunning at this time of year, except that's a picture off of Google and today it looks like this. Anyway, I don't know if you can hear me over the wind, but this is British summertime. There's my Mercedes. Do you want me to, look, there's a bin. There's another bin, all right? Now, Alex keeps telling me to send him stuff to put on TikTok. I can put this on TikTok, can't I, Alex? I tell you what, we'll just conclude this video with a little shot of my Mercedes, and let's have another look at Colywn Bay again. That's better, isn't it? Cool. Let me know if that video is okay, Alex. Of course, I didn't pack any cagoules because it's August. I should have remembered that in Wales you always need cagoules. Right, now we're going to go to Colin's cabin and buy some crabbing gear and catch some crabs. They'll be in that car when you win it. Absolutely beautiful. What do you think of the beach, boys? Should we go to the arcades? Come on then. Majestic sights here. The ocean and the Great Orme and the Great S-Class majestically cruising past with a monkey out the window with that exhaust sensor just gently tickling away as it goes. Hopefully she's going to stop so I can get back in. Absolutely beautiful day here in Colywn Bay. The Mercedes road trip continues and we found this little shop here that sells sort of collectibles and stuff, and there's a little box of cars and some in the window as well, some vintage ones. But over here we've got some Matchbox. Those are the ones that came on Shell Petrol years ago, the sports car collection. But the interesting boxes are here. We have Alfa Romeo 156, Sierra Sapphire Cosworth, Mercedes 190, E36, nice Golf there, Golf Cabriolet. But the one that we are really interested in is this one here, Saab 9000 for £4. So we're gonna have to have that, aren't we? And maybe that can get a little paint job as well, just like Pablo. Right, we'll have that, said Burglar Bill.
Something.
You want something? What would you like?
I want yellow.
Pinocchio. Oh look, the taxi's here. Come on then, in the taxi. Would you mind wearing a mask, please? So this was a totally unplanned road trip. A chap got in touch yesterday, said he wanted to buy my Volvo. He lived 2 hours north, so we've driven 2 hours north in the Volvo and the Mercedes. We dropped the Volvo off this morning, then we decided to go to Colywn Bay in the Mercedes, and then we ended up at Llandudno, and now we're cruising back home the scenic route. So we would have done 300 miles in that car, and I am a little bit in love with it. It's been absolutely brilliant. The kids like it, the wife likes it. It's warm, it's comfortable, it's cruisy, it's quality, it's doing 42 to the gallon. It's respectable, everything seems to work on it, or all the important stuff works. It's got a good stereo, but most importantly, in crap weather, you just want to be in something that just works and just cruises and is like nice to be in. It's a nice place to sit. It's got a glass sunroof, which is great, and yeah, loving it. I'm getting very attached to this S-Class. Sad to see the Volvo go, but honestly, it's been crap weather today. It's basically rained all day, and I can't think of any other cars that I would rather jump in for the cruise around. This car has been absolutely wonderful, and you can buy those for a couple of grand. They're so cheap. S320 CDI with all the kit. Don't be scared of them. They are brilliant. Right, I'm going to finish the cruise home now. Honestly, love it. Absolutely love it. I will do a full review of this car, but it's been brilliant. If you aren't already looking for S320 CDIs on eBay, get on and do it right now. Go and buy yourself one. There you go, look in the parent and child parking, because I am parent with child. Range Rover, Volvo XC90, which is basically the staple of all parents ever, and then an old S-Class. Oh yeah, the perfect transport if you have small children, mostly because it's got 2 charging points in the boot, in the back, in the doors, so can't really go wrong with an S-Class. Let's just pretend that it's not in limp mode. It's not in limp mode. Don't be silly, it wouldn't be in limp mode, would it? No, we wouldn't be driving home in limp mode. That would be crazy. Imagine that. It's in limp mode, not gonna lie.
Milano Ristorante Italio. Does that sound like a good pizza?
That sounds lovely. How brilliant you are. Whenever I press recording, you just start saying funny stuff. I'll just record all the time, and then I'll create a channel for Mrs. Geoff comments on cars, and I swear you'd get more followers than me. Your comments are always so good, and your comedy timing is just brilliant. My absolute favourite is your level of concern about what we were going to do when we got rid of the car that I built the sandpit in it, because the kids would have nowhere to play. That was just quality Mrs. Geoff, that was. Sit rep, 343 miles we've covered today. Do you know we've been in the car for 7.5 hours? We've averaged 45 miles an hour, because we've driven from Worcestershire up north to I don't even know where, somewhere by Liverpool, then over to Colywn Bay, and then back to Worcestershire via the scenic route, which has been lovely. 42.7 miles to the gallon, and at no point has this car been in limp mode, has it, boys? They're not listening, so it hasn't. Anyway, we do seem to have full acceleration all the time, apart from the times when we don't have full acceleration because the car decides that we didn't actually need to fully accelerate anyway. We are home, 375 miles, 42.5 miles to the gallon, 45 mile an hour average speed, 8 hours in the car, which is quite a lot, but we've had a really good day. Multiple faults with the car, but I love it. What a great car. Bonded really well with this car today. Annoying things, the boot doesn't open. Would have made a big difference if the boot opened. That would have been handy. Central locking as well. It's got no central locking and it doesn't lock, so anyone who could have stole this in Llandudno, well, they didn't, but they could have done. What else? That's basically it. There was one more thing, but I can't remember, so it can't have been a very big thing. Yeah, love it. Mercedes S-Class, all the way. This car has been our friend today. That's it. Sad to see the Volvo 940 go, but we made a bit of money off the back of the Volvo 940, and on to the next one, as the saying goes. Right, I'm gonna have a cup of tea. Good night. YouTube's most boring car channel.